Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
The future.
I've done real good with my exercising and diet. I've lost a total of between 40 and 45 pounds.
Well, that's fantastic, John. That's awesome.
Bravo. Cheryl, how have you been? How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just I'm sorry I missed the other meeting just now. I've just gotten back from a long trip, and so that's why I'm going to stay off camera.
No
I'm
problem.
very much recovering from that. But yeah, and have been very busy since I've been away. But anyway, nice to see everyone.
Nice to see you too.
John, look for an email from me soon. I have a couple questions for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm still answering the last one, but okay. Uh,
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's more on the pile now. The pile easily gets out of hand. All
I was
right.
almost done with the first pile, so that's all
Right,
right. I'll try
exactly.
to quicken that in a little bit, but now I'll have
Yeah.
to add the next pile to it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Good. All right.
have you had a chance to look at my podcast yet?
You're doing such a great job.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I think it's
Okay, great.
great. Yeah. Terrific.
Lambert was on last episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Pretty,
fantastic.
pretty exciting having him there. And
Yeah.
The honor was all mine, John.
no, the honor was mine. The
You'll have to invite me someday.
Oh, don't worry, I've got you on the schedule, and I've got a lot of people from
I
Asgardia on
thought
the.
I was special.
Well, you are special. I
Well,
mean,
John.
but if you want to go there, yes, you are definitely special. But Cheryl's special, Ricky's special. I mean, Furter's special. Ben's special. You guys are like family, and that's blood thicker than water stuff. Well, you guys are definitely
You,
the blood part. So
John, you need to invite all the English language members of parliament to your program. And congratulations for this with Lampidopic. Perfect.
thank you, thank you. And yes, I have a chance to be inviting I know I want to get Ricky on there. I want to get Sarah on there, but I have to work it into the episode. The episode has to fit the person. So that when I get to an episode that fits somebody, like episode 8 uh, fits Lambert to the T. So I'm hoping he'll join me for that episode too. But the and then I'll send out the invites. Uh, but yes, I definitely want you guys on my program because uh, there's a lot of wisdom in Asgardia.
I,
We
I
realize
saw
that.
I saw I saw some detail very interesting because I can put the subtitles in Spanish to follow the all the program, and it's a pity because in the sharing program about art I can put any subtitle, and well, maybe in the future.
You
Perfect
can't.
program also, Cheryl. Thank you.
You say in my
Yeah,
program you can't. Huh?
I can see with subtitles in Spanish. Of course. Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I turned subtitles on. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Let's have the meeting. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to our question and answer session with me, the Chair of Parliament, which means that I serve the Parliament. If only more politicians in the world remembered that actually the further you rise in politics, the more people you serve. Certainly that's what we do in Asgardia. No political parties, 2 shared goals, the first baby born in space under ethical conditions, and also the first permanent human habitation in space. On Thursdays, we meet informally, no votes, and we usually have quite a short meeting before and also after the digital sitting of Parliament. I have 5 items to share, and then I shall open the floor and I shall invite Peter Morn, the Deputy Chair, to report back on the meeting of chairs as well. Unfortunately, I lost the signal at the very end, so apologies. When I came back in, you'd all left. So sorry about that. 5 things. First of all, we had our digital sitting last weekend, and it was quorate and the votes counted. Really big thanks to everybody. I think it was one of our most professional meetings. I always think we've achieved the top and then we get better, and that was how I felt afterwards. You really are fantastic at online meetings. It's just fantastic. I'm so impressed and grateful for the fact that we have mutual respect and such collective intelligence. John Fine has said a number of times, this is easy. It's not easy. But we've been here from the start, so it seems easy. And I'm very pleased that we have, in fact, got to a stage where the decisions we make are made honestly, and we discuss things in a way which, well, fundamentally moves things forward. Leading me to my second point. I'm still, obviously, we will be asked to consider a new Prime Minister this year. We haven't got there yet. The Supreme Space Council will have to meet to make a proposition to Parliament. The way this works is one candidate will be put forward. Many candidates will be considered by the Supreme Space Council, and one candidate will be put forward for yes or no by Parliament. It's your decision. I have a vote, but only one here. I think it's really important that the head of nation, who chairs the Supreme Space Council, has the major input on this. I just think it's right. My feeling is that hierarchy works, and he knows what he wants. I've been involved in politics for 41 years, and I'm still learning, and I learn a lot from Dr. Asher Bailey. So that's an exciting thing, and I would expect that decision to be made in the next 2 months maximum, maybe sooner. Thirdly, then, I hope to meet the head of nation at some point when he decides when he is available, and that's going to be a very important meeting because it'll include that, but also the Antarctic Territories Act. This is a big deal. We as a society have to get physical territory on Earth in order to be recognized by the United Nations. As colleagues here know, that's because of something called the Montevideo Convention. That's what defines what a nation is. In short, this is turning out to be very complicated. It's not surprising. But I hope that I'll be able to get instructions from the head of nation on this. And I know now that I have to be actively and personally involved in this too. I actually realize I could have done more by now. So any delay is my fault, nobody else's. So I want to put that right by working with you great people to make that decision. We don't need to discuss that tonight, but we will have to discuss it soon. Second last point, if colleagues here have legislation they want to move forward, please let me know. There was some discussion about that at the previous meeting. I'll leave Peter to share that. I'm always happy to consider serious legislation we need. We don't make that legislation just to have legislation. So if you have something, then let's look at it and consider that. But really, I think we need to be mainly focused on the Antarctica, on the treaty, on the act which leads to our recognition as having land. Leading to me to my fifth point, a fifth and final point. The chairs of committees don't often get thanks. And I want to thank you because at the meeting earlier on, everyone was practical. You all have the confidence and authority to drive me and to say when I need to do something. That's all fine by me because I have a lot to remember. And basically, it helps me a lot whenever you help me by telling me what's going on. The reality is, by working together, we will make Asgardia a success. So thank you to the chairs, and please, I will encourage you, and I say this publicly here, I really hope that all of you feel quite comfortable. You can make criticisms and suggestions. I don't get angry. I just want to improve. So when you see me doing something that I could do better, then let me know. I know the things I can do better, but I do need to be reminded of them. So that's just to say that in the run-up to the 12th of October this year, the 10th anniversary of Asgardia, we really have to work as a team, and I never want to be an obstacle to our progress. So there's a just personal appeal. Thank you. Let's go to Peter, and then we'll open it to everyone else. Peter. Peter. Peter? Oh, I thought he was here. All right.
He's not here.
No, who would like to, I don't want to do it myself. Which person present, is somebody volunteered to give a brief update? I usually go to John.
I can.
John, can you do it? Thanks.
Sure. Well, it really wasn't a whole lot that was said. We went over what was done from the last Parliament session, and talked about looking forward, what we're going to be doing going forward, and we went over, of course, the Antarctica initiative and where we stood on that, and we discussed some details about the future prime minister whenever that happens. So other than that, and there really wasn't much discussion. That was about it. We were all pretty much happy of the results from the last Parliament session. We thought a lot of good legislative initiatives come out of that, and a lot of people did a lot of good work to make that happen. So, and we're looking forward to moving forward in that direction. And that was about it.
Well, good summary. Anybody else want to add anything to this? Yes, Ariadne.
Thank you very much. Well, firstly, congratulations for your birthday. And
thank you. Yeah, that was 2nd of March.
Yes.
I'm 61 years old. Another year.
You're very young man. And I don't know why you say I'm not angry if the people criticism. I don't understand. I saw all the time a perfect task, a perfect work in your exercise as chairman of parliament. You are an inspiration for John Fine in the first step, because many things that you recommended him, he works. He put on the table to work on that. And that's great. And many of us are observers in many things. And we put some details for the work, but all the members of parliament that has a continuous idea to involve with the group, only they can happen all the things that we want. And I don't know, in the future, maybe we need to put in the table work for the people. And it's the only thing that I think. Maybe we need to involve more with the residents of Asgardia.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. But it's a task for the future. And we are here. And the best proof is the people follow us. Maybe not much, but the people follow Asgardia. And maybe in other places like Turkish people is more evident, maybe in United States. I don't know. I'm talking about the situation with John Fine about the all the people that can speak in English is better to stay here, and not for all. I remember some members of parliament that wants to connect with us with not a perfect English, and they are mute in this moment. Also, the proposals of them. And Alex Melinkov wants to instant that people to create something, but I don't know how much. And as an Asgardian, in the future, with an Asgardian language, maybe the people says, oh, if I can learn English, how we can Asgardian language? Maybe it's other challenge for all of us. But if we are here, it's for something. We are believing humanity. We are believing Asgardian moment to create something better. The war in this moment is very, very, very badly. And people want to create wars because in his mind don't have another idea to create peace. We need to understand why, and it's very complex. This is my reflection. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I agree. I look at the world, and I think two things. It is very easy for us to comment about world affairs, but we don't. Even though it's difficult, we don't. And I think that's reasonable because we can't. It's not our job to. The second thought I have, we can learn from the mistakes of the past and try not to relive them in the future. It's difficult, but I think that it's our duty to try. And that's one reason I'm so excited by working with you, because you, Ariadne, in fact, the whole of Parliament has a good heart. And sometimes, very occasionally, we've had problems with people in the Parliament, but those problems are not frequent. And I have to say, I find the approach which we take as being very mutually respectful, and I love that. So thank you to all of you for doing that. John.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that just some of what Ariane was saying.
Ariadne. You have to
Ariadne,
practice that.
Ariadne. I'll get it one of these days. You bet. But what she was saying, and
It's
coming
your
off that a little
challenge.
bit.
Just keep practicing, my friend.
No, I mean, I mispronounced Lambett's name. I know a lot too, so
I don't mind.
I call
I
somebody
forgive
called
you.
Lambert,
I
Lambert.
forgive you.
But anyway, coming
By the
off
way, Ugo came up with a very interesting idea, the digital sitting of names. And some people were
well,
doubtful,
that's
but I
what I
quite
was
like
getting
the
ready to
idea.
hold on a second. I was getting ready to talk about that.
Sorry, John. Sorry, go ahead.
Don't steal my fire,
Sorry.
dadgummit. But anyway, well, coming off the part of the was the ideal that Uger had, and it's a very good thing, where you now. But and he come up where people want to change their name, they can have an Asgardian name, and I think that's great. And of course, I expanded that a little bit, and I'm glad Cheryl's here because maybe she can comment or on it because I really think it has potential not only in helping Asgardia create a language, but in helping bring in some income because digital art is a big thing nowadays. And what I thought, instead of changing our name to an Asgardian name, why not create some digital art where our name is transformed into characters that are writing characters of the Asgardia language. Now that's going to take some serious creativity and some coordination to do that because we don't have like English characters or A B C D E, and other countries have their own characters. I don't believe we have any characters yet. And I would think that those characters need to be based off of something cosmic, beyond Earth, and I would definitely support that. But and then you come up with letters, of the Asgardian language, the ABCs, and then you create a person's name from those letters using their real name, like mine, John. You would create a Asgardian name out of those letters, and then produce it into a piece of digital art, and then that can be, of course, copyrighted. And Uber already has the copyright system in place. So I think it's a great idea. I think it has uh, teeth. In other words, that could blossom into something awesome in the future. But it definitely can become something. And I'm hoping Cheryl latches on to it as well as Uger, and I'm actually going to look forward to seeing what they come up with. So that's all I had to say.
Thank you very much, John. Sarah next, then Ariadne.
We being the Parliament of Asgardia is actually working with a brilliant doctor of linguistics on an Asgardian language. Now, I sadly am no longer with the Culture Committee, and the project is with the Culture Committee and with Youth and Education. But if that's something we could circle back and kickstart again, it was and is an absolutely amazing project.
It is very exciting. Esperanto, which was Esperanto was an experimental language which was meant to be easy for everybody in the whole world. It actually was quite successful, but it was a language which was created by humans. We can do the same. I have no problem with that. I actually really think that's a great idea. Ariadne, then Cheryl.
When John Fine said about another name with the letters, why not with numbers? I remember my character, the hero W54, and all the people in this travel to the interplanetary space has no name, only a letter with numbers. Why not? I like the idea. Maybe my future name is only a letter with a number.
You'd be Ariadne 1.
Yeah.
You're my favorite Ariadne in the world. The only one I know. Cheryl 1.
I'm not the only Cheryl, that's for sure.
You're the only one for me.
Well, thank you. It's nice to see everybody today. With regard to the language, that the language conversation has come up several times over the years. And most of us are aware because many of us have been here since the beginning. And so I don't think I get to know the person that Sarah's referring to. But Ugra and I stay in close communication. He just wrote to me today, and I'd be happy to help work on something like that. And I think that there's some value in what John's saying. I mean, what it reminds me of is when you go to Egypt and you get your name in a cartouche. Like making it a product that way, but it would be a way to help bring Asgardians together by having at least a common language that we can use together among us. And that would be just one more step. So I'm on board. I'm here.
Cheryl, would it be okay to circle you in with Teresa Jones? Because Teresa Jones and I were the ones that were assigned this project at the beginning of the second Parliament.
Okay, great. Yeah, that'll be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh-ho! That's the first word. That's the first word in Asgardian. Oh-ho.
Yeah, that's our greeting. That's our greeting.
It is. Okay is the most famous Japanese word in the world. Okay means okay in Japanese. Not many people know that. Ricky. Sorry, go on, John.
I was going to say, I figured out another word. Cup.
What?
Cup.
What's that?
Chair of Parliament.
Cup. Hon.
Cup.
Hon is another word.
Cup.
Head of nation.
Yeah, Hon is
Cup.
the head of nation.
Hon.
Cup is chair of Parliament.
Chop. Chop. Hon and chop.
Cop. C-O-P.
I know, yeah. I just thought chop. That's quite confusing. Cop and hon, yeah.
You should say chop.
And it would be hog as well, head of government. Yeah. Right, Ricky and Sarah. I'm looking very tan today. It's a function of the lighting. I haven't been on holiday. I just realized the color.
I started using Han back in 2017.
You were the first to use it, Ricky.
Yes. And it stuck. As far as Asgardian language, I see that occurring more organically, especially once we start having stations and settlements in space. Right now, I think that might be a little much to take on. That's just my personal belief, to try and develop a new language, because there's so many. The dictionary would be incredible to try and put together, at least 200,000 words and such. I think, right, but, as it is now, we do have a few little things that we use in that. But overall, I think that Asgardia's language will be more of a organic development rather than a structural development. That's just my belief.
That's interesting. I don't want to go too deep into this because this could keep us going all night. In reality, the interesting thing about what you say, Ricky, ties right back to the success and failure of Esperanto. Esperanto was embraced by logical people, by Asgardian type people. But the general public didn't want to invest in learning another language. Most English people don't have a second language. It's important to me that Minnie and Micro, Angelina Maria, they both speak 2 languages at least, and I should try and teach them Estonian too. They're bilingual in Bulgarian and British and English, because if you learn 2 languages, you can learn many more. But the thing is, the organic point, Ricky, is exactly why we have hon, cop, oh-ho. Few words, but they're pretty important ones. I suppose we need a word for 2 beers, please, as well. It seems to be essential for British people traveling. But the secret of success, Sarah's up next, the secret of success is to produce a language which is organically relevant to our world. If you were living on Mars, you'd probably have 100 words for dust and probably 80 different shades of red. If you were living on Europa, you'd probably have 200 words for ice. So the secret is not to create an incongruent or an artificial structure that doesn't reflect the world that we live in, or the world we live on. Sarah and then John.
I just the gentleman's name had escaped me. It's Dr. Justin Dvorak, and I will actually drop. We had a presentation. He gave us some linguistic examples and his contact information. So I'll make sure that Parliament has those. And Charlotte and Charlotte. Wow, sorry, Cheryl.
You know what? Charlotte is another derivation of Charles, just like Cheryl is a feminine form of Charles. So it's all in the same. It's all in the same family.
Lembit isn't. But Lembidopic is an anagram of the phrases I'm sure you all remember. I like to be MP. Who knew? Right, John, you're next.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand where Ricky's coming from, and I believe that the organics will come just like the English language started out very small, and it has organically progressed into something, and some to the point now where I live in America, and there's parts of America I can go and I can't understand a word those people say because it has progressed to that point. They say they talk in a way like Cajuns, for instance. I don't know if anybody's ever gone down south to where the Cajuns are, but oh my gosh. They're like, you can't understand a word that they. It's a form of French, I believe, a Canadian French, but it has progressed into something totally different. But my ex-wife could understand it. She's like, what? She's like, he's saying this, and this. She would actually interpret for me. But and if you go up to New York, a lot of times I can't understand them either because they talk so fast that only catch like 1 or 2 words. It's like, and so it's different in different areas. But I think Asgardia will get the organics. But I also think that we need to start somewhere, and nothing gets started unless you start somewhere, and start with some kind of foundation, and then that can grow over time. And I still think the digital art thing would be really groovy if we could come up with some kind of characters or letters that are specifically Asgardian and copyright those, and then like Cheryl said, because it was Uger, the gay, that convinced me to digitally produce my name in Turkish, and not in the Turkish language, but the very old Turkish language. It was where it was displayed in sort of a character art. It's an old tradition, and I did, and man, that was cool. That was absolutely cool. When I saw what it looked like afterwards, it's just like some people do that with the Chinese language and others, and people have it tattooed on their arms and have T-shirts made with it. They really like that kind of stuff, and I think it's cool too. So, I mean, it's art. and that's all about culture. But I think that, and right now we really don't have any culture like that in Asgardia, and we need to create it. And I think we can. We've got some very intelligent people in Asgardia, very wise people, people that are very creative, and some of the most creative. And I think we could come up with something that matches us, our identity, to the letter. But yeah.
Thank you, John. Ricky?
Yeah, I agree with John to a point on that. Like American English, which is totally different from British English, has so many other words that come from like Spanish, French, Russian, German that are incorporated into it. And I think that Asgardia over time will wind up doing basically the same thing because we have such a diverse group of people that over time we'll start picking up different words and incorporating them. Like here in the Philippines, in the government sessions and that, they could be speaking Tagalog and then switching to English and then back to Tagalog with no problem whatsoever because that's just what they're used to. And a lot of the Filipino language, especially down here in Mindanao, has a lot of Spanish words to it, especially as you go further south in Mindanao. You'll find predominantly a lot more Spanish words. So, things here pretty much progressed organically over time, but it took a long time for it to do it. And I think, yes, we can introduce some things into an Asgardian language. But at the same time, it's still going to be more of an organic development over time. And it might take 100 years, for it to fully mature. But then again, who knows? It depends. A lot of it depends on what we're able to do by, was it 2043 or whatever? So that's
yeah,
it.
it's 25. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it's 2043. Yeah. Right. Go on, Vicky.
No, I said that was it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This is very interesting. Anybody else? Sarah, I can call you after this meeting plus 15 minutes. I'll do that. Hopefully I'll be less red. So it's color. Yeah. Further.
Yeah, it's giving about extra freedom to people, options for their choices. Of course, if you like your name and if you are in peace with the historical meaning of it, okay, that's your choice. But when they are coming to a new country and they have obligation to open an account for their identity information, they need to have this chance, in my opinion. So I'm with Mr. Ur's project. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the correct description, correct way to say his name is Ur. Is that correct?
Ur, yes.
Not Ugo. It's Ur.
No Google.
Okay. Right.
Ur.
John, you can practice that. Good. Now say Ariadne. Ariadne.
I'm sorry, they need to take the G off if they want us to say
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugur
You are.
means
It's like you
good
are.
luck. Ugur means good luck.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, really?
That's
okay.
wonderful. Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Anybody else? Been a rather longer meeting than I expected. That's not a problem. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Well, here,
yeah, go on.
the
Ariadne.
beauty chairman, Peter Mohan is there. Yes. Hi.
Yes,
Peter.
I am here.
Oh, Peter, good to see you. We've already had a report from your meeting. Do you want to add anything to the report you didn't hear?
Not really, because it was such a short meeting.
It wasn't that. It was quite important, though. Anyway, John gave a good report. So.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. And John was very good. He didn't speak till the end, and then he was relatively brief and very much understandable. In whatever language it was he was speaking, I understood.
That's right. America and Britain divided by a common language.
Yeah.
Such a huge expanse of training data.
I think you got your television on. I fixed my color problem there. There we are. I'm just bang on now. Right. I'm colorblind. And I haven't got anyone. So go on, Ariadne.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry. And also Chairman Lembit is here. How are you, Luca?
On a wet day, rather than scrolling through pages now.
Somebody's got their television on. It's probably Peter.
How dare you? How very dare you?
Either that or you've got a news presenter in your room. Right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Does anybody else have anything else they need to cover? My action steps are to speak to Sarah in now plus 15 minutes. I will also update you. I'm hoping to see the head of nation soon. And I will definitely own the Antarctica Act and work with you. I cannot leave that aside. It's too important, and I will work with you to deliver something special. If I am going to see the head of nation, we have to have some good material for head of nation. I expect I will see him in the next 4 weeks, probably, because when he says he wants to meet, then we always meet. Anybody else? Okay, thank you. If you like Asgardia, you like what you see, please do join us. You can be a resident of Asgardia for 100 euros in your currency, and you'll be most welcome to join. It's special for us when you do. And most importantly of all, please do recognize we do not do this for ourselves. We do this for all humankind. So thank you. I'm Len Batopic. I'm the Chair of Parliament. You've just been observing the informal weekly question and answer session with me as Chair of Parliament. And have a very good rest of the day. We can close the broadcast and oh-ho.